All right, all right, all right. UFC 303. We had Alex Pereira and Yiri Bohaska. Let me make sure I said that right. Yiri Pochaska. One of those guys. Pochaska, Prochaska, Yiri Prochaska. So you missed it. Um, Buddy got knocked the fuck out again, and in my opinion, it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen. That shit was meant. It was gonna happen. Why? Let me get a reference for you. Buddy, Buddy was fucking shitting his pants from the beginning because he says shit like this.
Alex,
Shout out to
Alex, Yuri was in here and he said that he believes you use shaman.
shout out to Full Send MMA.
Magic and spiritual help. Alex, earlier today Yuri was in here and he said that he believes you use shamans, magic and spiritual help to compete in the octagon, and he would like to challenge you in this fight that you don't do that and you just perform physically.
Acho que todo mundo tem um espírito, né? Acho que ninguém vive só com o corpo. Se ele não acredita ou se ele não encontrou, né, o espírito dele, eu não tenho culpa.
Well, everybody have their own spirits. We're not only made of flesh and bone. I have found mine. If he did not found his, or if he does not believe, not my fault.
That's as real as a response. As a spiritual person with a spiritual background, that's as real as a response as you can give. Because honestly, he's kind of encouraging Yiddy to dig deeper, brother. First of all, he's not shitting on you. He's not saying like he's not trying to like dominate you. He's not saying that my spirits are stronger than your spirits. He's just saying, buddy, it's not my problem that you don't believe in your own. Because if you believed in your own spirit, you wouldn't have a problem with me using my spirit or other spirits. If you believed in your own spirit, that's what if you caught the gist of what he's saying there. So I felt like Giddy asking him just the fact that that's in your mind, that you're not talking about the fight. You're talking about, hey, I want you to do it. Like, you are worried too much. That you're worried. You're worried. Just, I'm not gonna add any more to it. You're worried, and the fact that you're worried, he's not, bro. He's not worried. He's gonna fight you, and you're not fighting him. You think that both of you are fighting each other. That's not what's happening. He's fighting you, and you are going into that cage worried. You're not fighting him. If you were fighting him, you might have a chance of winning, but you are beyond, or you were beyond worried. Um, he clearly believes in a higher power, in these things to be worried. Why don't you just double down on your own spirit, buddy? Why don't you just? And I don't mean like your own individual, but like I get what he's saying. He literally thinks that this guy's working with spirits and to influence things. Okay, so if you believe that that's real, why don't you just do what you're doing? Like, what do? You believe in God and you pray to God, and okay, so you don't. Why don't you do that? Okay, so you don't call it talking to spirits. You don't call it believing in spirits. Maybe that's what he does, or maybe there's like a language barrier. But same thing. Why aren't you just focusing on making your shit stronger? Is yours that weak? Is yours that weak that you can't summon your own spirits to fight his spirits? Like I just feel like he was defeated. But anyways, I saw that coming. He kicked the shit out of him, and that was the end of that. Alex, in my opinion, has the same. He's doing the same thing as John Jones. He can keep going. Like, why not go to heavyweight? Why not? Get the belt in all three classes. Fuck it. He definitely has all of it. He has all of it, man. The talent, the character, and I do believe guys are fucking scared of him. I do believe that. I don't think anyone's fighting him clear-headed. No one. Even Izzy. Even Izzy, when he beat him, I don't think Izzy's fighting clear-headed. I think, and that's honestly why I think that fight where Izzy wins, the last one, I think that's why that fight is so special because it really did feel like it. It really did feel like that was from the fucking gods that he won like that, got his back. Bro, he lost 3 fights. He lost against that guy 3 times. He gets it back. That felt like God. The way it happened feels like God. Alex is not, bro. Alex is not cheesecake for anybody, for nothing. So when Izzy did that, I could still fight. I could watch that fight right now and still get like, because it's real. It's real. He really defeated his boogeyman. That's a beautiful story, man. Anyways, that being said, I'm praising Alex. I'm praising Alex. Alex is so that guy. He is so that guy. John Jones comes back down, you know, like heavy. Alex Pereira, John Jones. I'm not gonna pick Alex Pereira. Fuck no. But he's doing the same thing. John Jones is doing the going up weight classes and beating all those assholes up, and I feel like Alex can do it, man. I feel like Alex can do that 3. I feel like Alex can get to that 3rd heavyweight and win it and win it. So that would be middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. That would be amazing. That's a story. That's a really good story. Um, what was another fight that happened there? The Diego Lopez. What was supposed to be Brian Garcia, then it changed. What was supposed to be Brian Garcia at 145, then changed to 155, then changed to whole nother fighter at 165. That's everyone said this, so I'm not saying anything new. But if I don't think I'm misunderstanding this. I think I have this correct. That means that Diego Sanchez essentially gained 20 pounds in a really really short amount of time just to be able to do this, just so that the fight goes on because he's that guy. I think that that guy should have. I wanted him to win just because of that. Just because of that. 3 different ways, or 3. The fight doesn't have to happen 3 different times, basically. Um, and he did everything that he had to do to come. He came. He won. Loved it. Loved it. I'm a big fan of Diego Lopez. He won me over with that. Um, and what's funny is that if he would have fought Brian Garcia, I'm a huge Brian Garcia fan. If he fights Brian Garcia, I'm going for Brian Garcia. I want Brian Garcia to win that fight. But the way that everything plays out, that he just, I'm here. Okay, 145. Okay, 155. Okay, another fighter, 165. Okay, he won me. Just in one night, he won me, and he won the fight. He won. Even if Diego Lopez loses that fight, he won me over. I'm a fan. I'm going for that guy for the future because that commitment to showing up is wow. I can't respect it enough. Um, Anthony Smith and this other guy. I'm sorry. Let me not say I'm sorry. Let me just give you your flowers. Anthony Smith versus Roman Dolidze. Um, I did watch that fight. It wasn't great. Um, wasn't that impressive. Uh, the female fight was really good. Um, I missed it, but I watched because I'm sorry. I know it's bad. I step out when the girls fight, but I've never been used to watching girls fight. I honestly don't really like watching girls fight. I'm sorry. Feel how you feel about that. It's just I'm very sensitive to it. It doesn't make me feel good. Um, but I did see the highlight. I saw how she won. That was impressive. Um, Ian Gary Machado versus MVP. I wanted something else, but it was, in my opinion, from those 2 guys. I thought I was going to see fireworks. I didn't think I was going to see a jiu-jitsu wrestling match, and I don't have a problem with those fights. I just wasn't expecting it. These 2 guys are just so striking heavy that I didn't see this fight going that way. Um, that being said, Ian Ian Machado Gary got it done. He definitely didn't get. He definitely didn't lose the fight. MVP could win. He I don't know if he like is he's like losing creativity as he gets older. I don't see him as losing speed. He's still so fast. I don't know if it's like his losing creativity on how to get there, or if it's just I don't know confidence isn't there to get there anymore. Um, but you don't see it. You saw it with Michael Holland. You saw it. You saw the speed, and it was like actually kind of like whoa. But in my opinion, Ian Gary wasn't doing anything to stop that. Like if MVP wanted to come like that again, the same way he was fighting against Michael Holland, he could have came like that again. It wasn't like Ian Gary was doing some type of defensive shit where he like, oh, you can't get in this, or like he's it's not like he was doing something off, different to mitigate MVP being more. Um, but he won. He won the fight, and I just thought it was gonna be more. I just thought it was gonna be more at it. But yeah, that's my piece on the main card. I wasn't paying enough attention to the prelims to give you an opinion on. I watched it. I was looking, but I was looking, not looking, looking, not. I'm not gonna share an opinion on that. Upcoming fights. So Tom Aspinall and John Jones is that's still happening, if I'm not mistaken. And if that does, regardless winner of that, I I think I want to see Alex versus the winner of that. I think I want to see the winner of John. I want to see Alex versus the winner of John Jones and Tom Aspinall. Obviously, that means Alex going up uh, to heavyweight, but that's gonna be his legacy. I see it for Alex. I see three division champ, three division champ for Alex. That's definitely in the cards for him. Uh, makes me think about Izzy. Izzy's definitely the greatest. So I'm thinking about I'm still thinking about Alex versus Izzy. Um, because Izzy couldn't go up. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Izzy couldn't go up. Izzy lost against Jan Blazovich, blah, 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 blah. Izzy couldn't take the weight. I'm sure that there's a fighter. There's fighters in the light heavyweight division that Izzy could beat just off of skill, not necessarily having to do with their weight differences, just because he's that good of a striker and whatnot. Um, but Jan shut that shit down. He wasn't as dominant as he can be against the middleweights. That being said, Alex goes up and Alex shuts these motherfuckers up. Um, which makes you feel like Alex should have never been going down. But even when he went down, he was shutting motherfuckers up. It's not like he goes down and gets silenced. No, he handles his business. Um, so I'm sorry, and I do think that Alex is better than Izzy. Um, he beat you 4 times, brother. Four. Bison kickboxing 170. He beat you 3 times, brother. Yeah, I beat he and besides what he did to you, you can't do what he does outside of you guys. He went up. He goes up and dominates. You do dominate. Izzy does dominate, but he dominates at his division. Alex, I think, can dominate so many men. So many men. Like I feel like you've put 1,000 men in front of Alex. Alex has put them all down. Not that Izzy can't, but I feel like there's a type of man that you put in front of Izzy where Izzy's like, okay, you can't keep sending me this kind of guy, like Alex, bro, I really believe that you could send him anybody, 6 footers, 7 footers, anybody. Alex is fucking, whoa, get the fuck out, get the fuck out, and I don't think anyone's just gonna be so good that you could out tire Alex. Alex is a great striker. He's patient. You're not gonna frustrate Alex. I know I sound like a fucking Alex dick rider, but that's all right. Um, Who else? Who else? Who else? Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor. To be honest, I'm not that excited anymore for Conor McGregor fights. His last couple fights, it's kind of like so. It's not the same, man. And I get it. The name is if you're not a casual fan. I'm sorry. If you are a casual fan, you probably think Conor McGregor is still a shit. You probably think Conor McGregor is still the guy. He's not. All right, Conor McGregor has not been the guy for a while. He's lost a couple of his last couple fights. He's not his last fight. He did not win. He's on I think a 2-fight losing streak. It's not looking good. But Michael Chandler is so. Just to put in perspective, this guy Michael Chandler is pushing back fighting for I think he's going on a little bit more than 2 years if I'm not wrong. He's pushing back fighting so long just to get a chance at fighting McGregor. Get that into perspective how different the money is. Okay, they're not even going to fight for a belt. There's no belt on the line. He just wants to fight Conor because that's how much Conor makes in pay-per-views, and that's just how much that fight draws when Conor comes out. I don't know what to think about that. Okay, because like you're clearly not about the fighting thing anymore. I get it. It's all about the money, right? That's why you're waiting. It's all about the money for you right now. You're trying to cash out. But you're a pretty good fighter, and I say that to say that like if you take out Conor McGregor, yeah, I know I just said that he's not the same fighter, but still he's still Conor McGregor. If you put that name under your belt for guys that you've taken you got W's on, bro, you definitely just put your name up there. Like you're not too far off from like one of the greats, and if you take out one of the greats, that puts you up there. So I get that. I if there's some legacy to it. I don't know if that's how he looks at it, but there's some legacy to it where like, dude, take out that fucking name. That's a name. That's definitely a name to take out. And if he does it, Michael Chandler's stock goes that much higher. But I feel like how patient he's being for this fight, it signals hoorah. It signals the last. We're out of here. For Connor, for sure. Connor's definitely not giving a fuck about coming back. I think Connor is more legacy based. Connor is going to come back when he feels like he can win. He does not want to take another loss. But I don't think Connor wants to keep fighting either. I just think he wants to go out on OW and make it right. But I don't think Connor wants to keep fighting. Chandler, I think Chandler is just a money grab. I don't know. I don't know if he cares about fighting. To be honest with you, I think it's just money for him because he's been fighting for a long time. And even after Connor, I don't know if he cares about the title because he's been so patient for this one that I think it's just money based. Which makes me think like, damn, is Connor really taking in that much? And no one else. You can't offer Michael Chandler another similar. No one gets close to breaking in that kind of bread. You can't give him another fight that's close. Because going on 2 years without fighting just as a professional, that sounds nuts for any sport. Like, what? Didn't do it for 2 years? Um, but yeah, God bless these guys. They put on great entertainment. I love it. This is a great life. I love my weekends because of these guys. Thank you, Dana White. Thank you, Joe Rogan. All you guys make these experiences a lot funner. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's UFC 303.